The weather is getting colder now and our adventures are becoming more difficult, but metal detecting is becoming easier. As the vegetation dies, we're able to venture back into the forest further than we ever have before. So join us this week as we head back into the forest to find home sites and school sites that date back into the 1870s and before.
So grab some popcorn, grab some soda. Join us for this adventure. We're gonna find some cool stuff. Let's go.
Let's go. So this schoolhouse is gone by the 1960s for sure. Like, it's not on the map, but it's on this 1870s map. This one is obviously not there. It wasn't even there on any of the other maps that I had found. So we can look for this site here.
This old habit's got a hold on me, won't let go of me. This old habit's got a grip on me, won't say.
We're up here in the woods of Pennsylvania. We're heading to our first site. It's a cold one today. This is our first cold front that just blew through. It's actually, if you look behind us, you actually can see there is some swingable area in here. So hopefully when we get down to this site, we don't have a whole lot much further to go. Hopefully it's a lot like this.
I can't get away from you, you pull me in. Your sweet allure, it is too much for me. You got me on my knees. I know I should just walk away, but you're holding on.
All right, here we are. We think we're on it. There is no cellar hole here, but let me show you what we found. Sean's going to tell you a little bit about this site, but we're actually pretty pumped about this. So let me turn you around and show you what we're looking at here. Okay, so to look at this, it doesn't look like much. Actually, it doesn't really look like anything, but if you look really close, right here is the foundation wall. And then it goes this way. It's a perfect square. You can kind of see the divot back there, and it comes this way back over to here, and I'm standing right on top of it right here. So right there, cut stone runs the whole way out that way. What do you think, Sean?
I think this is gonna be a good site. And normally when we find sites that don't actually have a cellar hole, and I understand this is a schoolhouse, so they didn't have a cellar, but a lot of times when we get on sites that you can't see a cellar hole, turn out usually to be the better ones. For some reason, I don't know why.
Okay, Sean has a good find, or a find, I should say. We'll see how good it is. I have a find too. All right, so here's my signal. Initially, I thought it was, kind of junk, but it's a tin cup that would have used here at the old schoolhouse. Maybe the teacher or the kids were using this to drink some water. But let's go over and see what Sean found. I'll leave that there. I'll come right back. What'd you get, bud?
All right, guys, so I'm on my first find of the old schoolhouse site here. If you look real close, one half of a horseshoe. You can see the end on there. So, I mean, it's a find, and I'm sure they probably had their horses in here dropping the kids off to school. But first signal, it was kind of jumpy on the machine, but it was the first repeatable I had in here. I had to dig it. Second find of the day for me. It's a smaller find. I knew it was going to be small when I went over it. It was giving me a 52. I do believe I got myself a little flat button. Ooh, maybe there's something on the front. Yeah, it might be just iron. You can see the shank on the back side of it here, but it's definitely a little flat button.
Uh-oh. So me and Sean were just commenting on how quiet it was in here. We haven't found a whole lot, and I just found something that might indicate why. They don't get it all, but let me turn you around and show you. All right, my metal detector and shovel were there. I was coming across this area here, and I hit a hide cone right. I thought it was at the base of this rock, but it's actually on top of the rock. And look at this. So, big piece of iron. Look over here. Oh, big piece of iron. Now, what that tells us is somebody else was here. What we do is we throw it on these big rocks, and the fact that those two pieces are laying on top of that rock with moss on it tells me that was detected some time ago. But they can't get it all. We do have good machines. Even though this was detected before, get in here, swing, see what we can pick out that they didn't hear. We're fine, so. All right, Sean just said he's got a circular shaped object. Let's go see what it is. I got something here in my hand too, I just dug. Hopefully his is a little bit better than mine. All right, what is it, buddy?
So it's a circular object.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a coin, but I don't see a shank on it.
That's gotta be a coin. It's reading up in the 70s.
Exactly 70. It's like a weird shape, like those coins that you found, which would have been the last episode.
Oh, so it's like maybe deteriorated or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he's cleaning that up. Let me show you what I got here. I think I got a button.
I see it.
What? Is it?
Yeah, it's a coin.
Nice. Yep, it's an Indian head.
It's an Indian.
It's an Indian head cent. Nice. They didn't get that.
No, they didn't.
They missed the target for sure.
Man, that's toasty.
I wonder if we can get a year off of it. While he's cleaning that up, we're gonna go ahead and look at this one here. I got a button, I think, but the shank is real odd on it. It's almost like a tack.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't. Yeah, it may be like a saddle tack or something. Something you would hammer down into leather, or maybe it's the first I've ever dug one of those. I thought it was a button initially. I wonder if there's a hole in there. It might be some kind of specialized button, maybe. Okay, Sean was cleaning up mine for me, and turns out it's got gold gilt on it, and I'm going to show it to you right now. We do believe this is some kind of either a button, and it does have a hole in the base. I'm not sure why it would be so sharp. If it was a button, you would think it would hurt as it, was on your shirt. It does have gold gilt on the back and also on the front. It's got like a little dimple in the front. So if we're wrong on that, let us know what that is. But that's definitely something. It's either a button or it's a specialized item of some kind. So it's pretty neat.
Whenever I was working on Jerry's button, he was working on my coin. I don't think we're gonna get a date. You can definitely see the Indian's headdress. Like you said, they didn't get everything. I mean, this was reading a 70 because it's so toasty and like oblong shape. But how awesome is that to pull out a coin that's been laying in the woods for at least 120 years. Pretty awesome. All right, as you can tell, it's a little frostier out today than it's normally been. I'm walking you over to see Jerry's find, the yelled out coin. So is it gonna be a copper coin? Is it gonna be a silver coin? What do you think?
I got something good. They didn't find this one either. I do have what looks to be like a coin, possibly a button, but I believe it's a coin. It was a 76, 77. Sean just dug that coin back there. And it was also a 76, 77. There you go. It's coin size. Ooh, it's a little thick too. Wonder if that's a fatty Indian head. The 1860s, they actually made a fatty Indian head, they call it, because it has a high nickel content and they're a thicker coin. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit thicker of a penny. The edges on this one are also toasted. The soil in here must be really acidic.
You think it's a fatty?
I don't know. It's freaking toasted, dude. Toasted though. I don't think it's a fatty. Oh yeah, there's the 1 cent from the back. Yeah. 1889. Yes. I'll get some close-ups of that. What do you guys think? Awesome.
So these old schoolhouses that were built not long after the people came and settled this area back in the late 1700s, early 1800s. The very first schoolhouses in this township was a log cabin style schoolhouse. And it was built in the early 1800s, 1809, I do believe. At that time it housed 12 students. And there's actually a story of one of the students that tried to get into the schoolhouse. From what we found, there was nothing that said why he did what he did. But he tried climbing through the chimney, breaking in the door, trying to get in the window. So I don't know if it was like a student that got expelled, wasn't allowed at that schoolhouse anymore. We don't know. It's up for speculation.
Oh my God. You know, we always tell you when we go on these adventures, there's a potential that you can find actual treasure. And I just found it. And Sean has no idea. Sean is about 150 yards down that way. And I just dug a silver coin and it's small. It's gonna be good, I think. I think it's silver. I'm gonna turn you around and show you what it is and we can enjoy this together. Where is it? Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. What is that? I do believe that's smaller than a dime. That's either going to be halftime or a real or a chime. Oh, what is it? Oh! So about, I don't know, 140 years ago, there was a little boy or a little girl that went to this school and dropped a seated halftime. Look at that and what kind of shape that is in. It's got great patina on it with the shades of dark and gray. 1860. What a beautiful coin. 5 cents back then was a lot of money for these school kids. Maybe it belonged to the teacher. Sean is going to be so jealous and he has no idea. So quickly, let me just show you a little bit. You can see this rut right here. This is actually the edge of the schoolhouse. Right here, it comes up here and then comes this way. Let's go hand drop him and see what he thinks. He's gonna freak out. Got something good.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, don't look. Don't look. I'm gonna set it in your hand the right way so you can see it. Feel it first.
That's silver coin.
Look at it.
No,
yeah,
way, dude. No, I called this. Didn't
yeah,
I?
you sure did. We were just talking about that. Look at that.
No
Seated
freaking
halftime.
way. Did you get a date?
Look at it. Look how pretty it is.
Is it 1840?
1860.
Wow, dude. Where'd you find that at?
Right against the foundation wall.
Did you?
Yep.
Dang.
Oh, actually like 2 feet away from it.
I freaking called that one though, didn't I?
You sure did.
I was kind of just joking around actually.
Well, we always say, as soon as we start finding Indian heads, oh, there's got to be silver here.
That is freaking awesome,
That's
dude.
that's the second one I've ever found.
The second one?
That's the second one.
I think you're tied with me now.
Yeah. What a great
freaking
sight.
Awesome, dude. And we were worried there wasn't going to be anything here.
I know, right? So they don't dig them all, people. It's good to have
Did
a
you
good.
just find that right now?
Just now.
Really?
Yeah, I did the whole interview.
I figured you'd be
I was like,
yelling.
Sean has no idea.
I figured
Well,
you
when I
would've
last
known.
looked at you, you were way down there.
Oh yeah, I was way back in the woods.
So
That's freaking awesome.
isn't that
dude.
cool? All right, Sean says he's got a good find here. Let's see what it is.
No, we don't have a good find yet.
Well, yeah, it's a good tone. It's an 85, 86. That's what my halftime was.
What are the chances? of
Yeah,
it
the
being-
chances of him digging another one is almost impossible. It's been, I think, 2 years since I dug my halftime.
Yeah, so
my last one.
So to dig 2 in one site,
Yeah.
15 feet apart. What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
That's bigger than a half dime.
85, 80, it's got to be a wheat penny or something. Is it silver?
Oh, it's a weedy.
Ah!
It's definitely a weedy.
Nice.
I thought it was going to be a seated dime.
We still have the school site across the road to go look for.
Yeah, we do.
The map says there's an old schoolhouse.
Yeah, it says that's what it says on the map. Old
And then
schoolhouse.
this is the new schoolhouse. All right, we don't know if you can see that, but it's 1918. Yeah, it's an early weedy. Good job.
treasure in the woods, buddy.
All right, Sean's got a signal here that's a 94. Now, I listen to it on my machine. I'm hunting in the fast mode, which to mine it sounds different, but it's still hitting 94 on mine, but it's very deep. This could be something really good.
The numbers were getting thrown off because there's a shotgun shell head stamp right next to it. I don't even hear it yet. Oh, I heard a peep.
It's deep, dude. Real deep.
This is going to be tough digging in here too because there's a giant root running through here.
Yeah, widen it out a little bit. Watch, easy, 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 easy. So he made the comment, he thinks it sounds like it's either a large center or it could be silver if it's anything. Could be something brass too.
That's the money right there, baby.
It's out, whatever it is.
Yep.
Oh, it's silver! It's big silver!
It's freaking huge, dude.
It's big silver!
Do you see that?
Oh my gosh, wait! Dude! Is it $half or dollar size?
$half.
Oh, look at that.
Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
If this is a seated half, I will freak out.
All right.
You ready?
Heck is it?
Should be a token.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you freaking serious?
It's not a token. Look at it. It's not a token. Go ahead, look at it.
Yes! A barber $50.
Have you ever found one of those yet?
One, I think one. 1903.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Let's get a good look at it for him. That's
It's an O. 1903 O.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Go ahead and flip it. Wow. Real treasure in the woods, everybody.
Unfreaking believable.
All right, Sean says he's got something interesting.
I'm thinking it's a
Oh,
Grand
that's
Masons.
for sure, yeah.
Can you see the G in there? I don't even know what they use.
So maybe the instructor was a Mason,
Yeah.
Freemason. So there it is. Sean just cleaned it up. It sure is a G. He said in his research he found that there was a lot of...
Secret societies in this township.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's what it is. That's freaking awesome. If it is. I'm almost certain it is because they have those... It's the triangle with the...
Yeah.
I don't even know what they use, like the symbols or whatever.
Awesome.
Has to be what that is.
So Sean noticed this divot in the ground over here, and I just wanted to see if this was a privy. You can see how it comes down and comes back up. It got a big stone wall on this side, and once I got rid of all this stuff, I just dug a little bit deeper into the dirt, and there's the first piece of glass right there.
Stick. Okay. Oh, buddy.
It's a whiskey flask.
Yeah. So this guy was in a hole where I have a signal. He was close to maintenance maker. But he's all intact still. You can see all of his legs and tail, everything's still on. Oh, he just fell. All right, guys, so we're at the second schoolhouse site now. This one's not quite as deep in the woods, but we're still here. It's not too far from the one we were just at. I have a pretty good find here. I found a piece of the stove that would have been in the schoolhouse. This is a much better find. I don't understand the fastener that is on the back. I don't want to play with it too much, but I found a nice little piece of jewelry here. Maybe it was a pin, but it does have a real pretty stone on it. Oh, it's like a clip. I don't know if the dad clip-on earrings back in the 1800s. Could have, I don't know. Good find nonetheless. Let's go.
What do I believe? What makes me feel it to write you this song? 2 hours a day, 5 months and a year. Oh, I loved you too long. You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in. I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt? Why do you still hurt?
What did we find, Sean?
An amazing 1870-ish cellar hole in the middle of the forest.
Could be a lot earlier than that. It was just on that map.
Here's some big cut stones.
All right, so me and Sean were out looking for this site back in the woods, and sure enough, walked right into it. What a beautiful stacked stone foundation this is. I don't know if these were purposely put there. They look like they kind of were. Here and here. We'll check in there to see if we can find anything. Yeah, man, this was on the 1870s map. We don't know how much longer before that. I mean, this could be 1850s, could be 1840s, it could be 1871. It's hard to say, but somebody did a lot of work and put a lot of effort into building this nice big stone foundation. So we're gonna grab the machines and see what we can find. raining. This home site, we haven't found a whole lot yet, but we're gonna keep trucking here. All right, everybody. Well, that didn't work out as planned. It looked amazing in there. Every site isn't an amazing site.
Because sometimes you'll go half a day and don't find anything. So
Yeah.
we were blessed to find out first home site with all the stuff.
So if you guys like this video, like our content, please like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button, and we'll see you next week.
See you on the next video.